Stop beheading is the message that's coming to my mind again as I sat down to record this video message. And these two words, stop beheading, have been coming to my mind all day. Because this is a message coming from God, and for Muslims, that universal force, that universal energy is called Allah. Muslims know that universal energy, that universal force as Allah. So this message is coming for the Muslim world, for Muslims, especially the ones who are still beheading people and other human beings like them. This is a message coming from God, from Allah, for Muslims and the Muslim world. Stop beheading people. Stop beheading other human beings in the name of religion and in the name of Prophet Muhammad. This is Prophet Muhammad's wife, Aisha, reincarnated. And that's why that message from God, from Allah, from Spirit, from the universe is coming through me. And this message has been coming through me strongly, very strongly, all day through now. It's like it's been coming to my mind over and over and over again all day through now, which tells me that this is a message coming through. And God, Allah, Spirit, the universe wants me to deliver this message to the Muslim world and to Muslims and the followers of the religion of Islam. And why is this message coming through now? It's actually a bit delayed. I should have said something about this or delivered this message last year in 2022 when someone told me about Nupur Sharma. I hope I'm pronouncing her first name right. My apologies if I'm not. And her offensive comments about Prophet Muhammad. And if I recall correctly, I think I was told that it was the whole thing of, it was that thing of Prophet Muhammad being a pedophile, if I'm remembering correctly. Like someone around me told me about this incident last year when it was happening, or when it happened last year. And I'm looking it up now and it's saying May, June, so summertime 2022. And at that time, last year, I just kind of dismissed it. Like, not dismissed it, but I just didn't really want to deal with it um, at the time, because I've been going through a lot since 2016, and when I started having my spiritual awakening and my Kundalini awakening, and then after that, I've been dealing with a lot of heavy witchcraft, dark magic, black magic being thrown on me by multiple different people, and um, and it's still going on. I am still under heavy black magic attack every day, every night. And you know, I was going through a lot last year as well. So I just didn't really want to deal with it, to tell you the truth, to be honest, to be frank. And so I didn't. And I didn't even look at the news or anything, because I don't check the news. I don't read any kind of news. I don't watch any kind of news channels. Nothing. I stopped doing that years ago, especially after my spiritual awakening and my Kundalini awakening. So that's why it was someone else around me who was letting me know about this whole row that was happening last year in India. And because I wasn't checking the news, I wasn't looking at any news channels or nothing, so I didn't know that that was going on. So that's why someone else around me told me about it. But anyway, what's that expression? Better late than never. So even if this message is coming out a bit delayed and a year later, or in 2023 instead of 2022, better late than never. And maybe I feel a bit more ready to deliver this message this year in 2023, because this is not easy for me. Like, this is no way easy for me to do what I'm doing here. It's like, I know, I am very well aware that I am putting my life in danger, especially when I am putting my face on like this in public for the whole world to see. But my soul has reincarnated and has come back into this lifetime, into this body, into this avatar, to do what I need to do, especially when it comes to the religion of Islam and Muslims, and the subject of religion and religions in general, and not just the subject of religion, but religions in general. Especially when it comes to the mainstream religions on planet Earth, which would be the three mainstream Abrahamic religions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and also Hinduism and Buddhism as well. Those are the mainstream religions on planet Earth. And also the offensive comment Nupur Sharma made about if that was about Prophet Muhammad being a pedophile, then that's obviously connected to his wife, his youngest wife, Aisha, at the time, which I am the reincarnation of. As I said, I am the reincarnation of Aisha, Prophet Muhammad's wife. So that offensive comment, or whatever you want to call it, I never read it. I don't know what she exactly said, but it doesn't really matter to me. But it obviously is connected to me as well. But as I said, doesn't really matter. But I still feel like I need to say a few things about this incident in general. It's not really specific to what Nupur Sharma said about Prophet Muhammad, but whatever transpired after that is troublesome and is bothersome to me and God and Allah and Spirit and the universe, because this is what happens and this is what keeps happening when it comes to the Muslim world and when it comes to Muslims. And I'm not talking about those Muslims who are peaceful and who don't do anything like that. I'm not talking about those Muslims. I am talking about those Muslims who do these kind of things in the name of the religion of Islam and in the name of Prophet Muhammad and in the name of God or in the name of Allah and in the name of Prophet Muhammad. So I finally decided to look that incident up yesterday and today, and I was reading up a news article, a news report online on that, and let me share my screen here. Now, actually, this is a news article that actually I have not read yet, but I was just looking up something that was connected to this incident. Yeah, there. It says Hindu shopkeeper beheaded in Udaipur over social media post. Now I think this is the Hindu shopkeeper that was beheaded after this incident. Let me just go in quickly and see what this, oh, what's that? Hang on, guys. Okay, never mind that link. But this is the Hindu shopkeeper that was beheaded after this incident and because of this incident. And I'm just looking at the news about that here quickly as a so this happened as a backlash in terms of Nupur Sharma's the offensive comments about Prophet Muhammad. Right. Udaipur murder. Who was Kanhaiya Lal? Why was Kanhaiya Lal killed? Okay, so I guess that Hindu shopkeeper's name was Kanhaiya Lal? Kanhaiya. Hang on. Kanhaiya, isn't that another name for Krishna? The Hindu god Krishna? Isn't he called Kanhaiya as well? I think so. Wow, that just came to me just after reading his name here, and wow, let me change my screen here again for a minute. Wow, because Krishna has been around me in spirit, and I just heard the name Krishna telepathically today as well, earlier. So Krishna was around me earlier today, or he could even be around me right now in spirit. You know what? Right now, I don't even know what to say. Like, when is this going to stop? When? When are these kind of Muslims going to stop beheading other human beings in the name of their religion, Islam, or in the name of the religion of Islam, in the name of Allah, and in the name of Prophet Muhammad? When are they going to stop beheading other human beings? When are these particular Muslims who go that far, go to that extreme, when are they going to stop beheading other human beings? When is this going to stop? When? Are we still living in the Stone Ages? Kind of behavior going to stop? Especially from the Muslim world and these kind of Muslims. When? That's what I'm gonna do here. And I mean deliver the message from God, from Spirit, from the universe, which Muslims know as Allah. And I mean the God of light. So this message that I am delivering is from the God of light. Okay, anyway, another point I wanted to make. I was, as I said, I was reading up a news article on this, and something caught my attention. And now this bit here in the news article where it says, after journalist and fact checker Muhammad Zubair shared a clip of her outburst on Twitter, she tweeted to Delhi police saying that she was being bombarded with rape, death, and beheading threats against my sister, mother, father, and myself. Like, really? So, a woman, or let's say a Hindu or a non-Muslim, I don't like to divide human beings into religions like that. But this is just for me to make a point for other people out there to understand. So, a woman ends up making an offensive comment about Prophet Muhammad. Okay, that's one thing. But then in reaction to that, these Muslims, whoever these Muslims were, who bombarded her with rape, death, and beheading threats, and not just her, but her family and her family members, and her sister and mother, as well as herself. And of course there's a mention of her father and but her family, all of her family. So my point is, a woman makes an offensive comment about Prophet Muhammad, and what's the reaction to that? That now these Muslims, whoever made those threats to Nupur, Sharma, and her family, so what? You're gonna now turn into a rapist and a killer and a murderer over it? Like, you're willing to rape and kill and murder and even behead? Not just her, but her family as well, and not just rape her, but rape her sister? And I wouldn't even want to go as far as saying or including her mother into that either, but it's like, what is going on here? Like, one person ends up making an offensive comment, and this is how some Muslims react? How is that reaction, or how is that kind of behavior any better? How are these Muslims who make such threats, and some, they even then go and execute them as well, as in the case of that the Hindu shopkeeper who actually ended up being beheaded by such Muslims? Like, how are you any better? How are you acting any better? How is your behavior any better? Especially when you're behaving in such extreme, in such an extreme manner, and in such extremes, and you're going to such extremes where you're threatening and or doing rape and death threats and beheading threats, and some actually even went there and beheaded a Hindu shopkeeper just because someone said something offensive about their prophet? And you're going to go to such extremes? You're going to even kill and behead another human being over it? You're going to rape and be rapists, and you're going to kill and murder and behead other human beings, or at least in this case, at least one other human being, the Hindu shopkeeper that was beheaded. You're going to rape, you're going to kill, you're going to murder, you're going to behead just because someone said something offensive? You're going to go to those kind of extremes? In the name of religion, in the name of Allah, in the name of Prophet Muhammad in particular, who is not even around, at least not walking on earth in human form at this time. He's around in spirit. He's around me in spirit, or he's been around me in spirit, and he's around me in spirit. He just not saying much for now. But anyway, so when is this madness in the name of religion and in the name of Prophet Muhammad is going to stop? When is this madness going to end? When? Okay, let's come back to the news article here. Another little bit that I wanted to share from here. And actually there's another little bit here where it says she accused Mr. Zubair of peddling a fake narrative to vitiate the atmosphere, cause communal disharmony, and cause communal and targeted hatred against me and my family. Accusations he denied. Mr. Zubair has since been arrested for allegedly insulting Hindu religious beliefs. But opposition leaders, journalists, and activists claim it is for exposing Miss Sharma's hate speech. Okay, what was here that I wanted to share? Well, there's that. I think there was a mention of the Hindu god Shiva, but anyway, and insulting Hindu religious beliefs. So, and then this is another thing that happens. It's like tit for tat, or this is just how it is. It's like a Hindu will, I don't know, end up making offensive comments against the Muslim Prophet Muhammad, and then there go the Muslims, insulting Hindu religious beliefs or Hindu religion. It's like this is tit for tat. Like, when is this going to stop? When is this madness going to stop? In the name of religion or because of religion. And when it comes to Muslims, it's, then in the name of Prophet Muhammad as well. Right. I think I was going to share this bit from this news article here. This is actually from bbc.co.uk. Or is this BBC India, BBC Asia, BBC World, BBC Asia, BBC India? Anyway, where is it? Hang on, let me find it. This bit here, where it says, but Ms. Sharma and the BJP couldn't brazen it out any longer, especially after countries in the Middle East began condemning her statement. Kuwait, Iran, and Qatar summoned Indian ambassadors, and Saudi Arabia issued a strong statement. Even the UAE, whose relationship with India has significantly improved in the past few years, criticized the comments. As calls grew louder for Ms. Sharma to be arrested for her blasphemous comments, and here is another point, and here is another thing. Blasphemy. Let me change this screen. blasphemy laws. I think they come under Sharia law. And actually, there was a mention of Saudi Arabia in that news article. Is Saudi Arabia still beheading people? I don't know. As I said, I don't listen to or watch any news, and I haven't in years now, so, but that's something, I guess, that's coming to my mind right now. Or that's another thing that's coming to my mind right now. Now, coming back to blasphemy and blasphemy laws under Sharia law, I think. And again, who came up with this idea of blasphemy? And who came up with these blasphemy laws? Who came up with Sharia law? Who came up with all these laws? This is what Muslims and the Muslim world need to ask themselves. Where did Sharia law come from? Where has Sharia law come from? Where has blasphemy law come from? Where is this idea of blasphemy came from? Has it come from God? Has it come from Allah? Has it even come from Prophet Muhammad? Where has it come from? But that's another problem. The Muslim world and Muslims in general cannot even question anything, because even that is considered a sin, and they can be killed over just questioning something or just asking a question. So then how are things going to change for the better, especially when it comes to the Muslim world and Muslims? Ever. Like, how are things going to change for the better? Ever. Especially when it comes to the Muslim world and Muslims. When this is how it is, that, everyone fears for their life, even if they want to question something, or even if they just want to question something or question anything or ask a question that has to do with religion. Like, when is this madness going to stop? I'm asking again. And where is this thing of beheading other human beings come from? And even if it was happening in the olden days, why is it still happening now in this day and age? Like, are we still living in stone ages, or are we like, what is this, 21st century, year 2023? So why are we still repeating the same behavior as cavemen and the people or humans from stone ages or something? Why? No one dares ask. No one dares even ask, because then their life will be in danger. And this is why I said that I know, I am very well aware that I am putting my life in danger, that I am putting my life at risk, even just recording this video, doing this message, putting my face on out there in public for the whole world to see, especially the Muslim world, and especially these loonies, these religious loonies in the Muslim world. Oh, pardon me for calling these kind of Muslims religious loonies, but is that not what it is? Is that not the truth? Is it not madness? Is this kind of behavior not madness? Well, I am putting my life at risk and in danger doing this because my soul has reincarnated and has come back to do this kind of thing. This is my job, unfortunately. And who has appointed me to do this job? God, Allah, the higher realms, the God of light, the universe. And who has appointed these kind of people to be the judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to other human beings? Who has appointed these kind of people and these kind of Muslims in particular to be the judge, jury, and executioner of other human beings? Who? God hasn't. Allah hasn't. Allah has not appointed them to do any of this. So what? They appoint themselves to be the judge, jury, and executioner of other human beings in the name of religion, in the name of the religion of Islam in particular, in the name of Allah, in the name of Prophet Muhammad. They ought to think about that. They need to think about that. Why are they behaving in this way? Because they think and they believe that, oh, Allah would be happy, or Prophet or Prophet Muhammad would be happy if they did this kind of thing to other human beings. Oh, and or because they are not Muslims, so it's okay to do that to other human beings. And why do they think that? And why do they believe that? Because they've been wrongfully, religiously programmed with such wrongful ideas. So who has come up with this idea of beheading other human beings, and that it's okay to do that to other human beings? And who has come up with Sharia law? And who has come up with blasphemy law? God has not. Sharia law, blasphemy law, beheading other human beings, none of this has come from God. None of this has come from Allah. So then where is this Sharia law and this blasphemy law is coming from? Where's Sharia law and blasphemy law has come from? If it has not come from God, if it has not come from Allah, and I'm just wondering in this moment, has any of it even come from anything that Prophet Muhammad might have said or done? Sharia law and blasphemy law has not come from God, has not come from Allah. And as I said, I have to question if it's even come from anything that Prophet Muhammad might have said or done. And even if that was the case, it's like, why are we still doing it though? Like after 1400, 1500 years after, or 1400, 1500 years later, why are we still behaving like cavemen? This is the 21st century. This is the year 2023. Why are we still behaving like cavemen? Why are we still behaving like we're living in Stone Age? Like we're living in Stone Ages or something still. So when Sharia law and blasphemy law has not come from God, then where has it come from? It has come from men. Men, again, who appointed themselves to make these religious laws, because God and Allah surely did not appoint them and gave them a go ahead and gave them a green light to make such Sharia law and make such blasphemy laws and make such religious laws. So then these laws have not come from God, have not come from Allah, probably not from Prophet Muhammad either. These laws have come from men. These laws are man-made. And who gave these men the authority to be the judge, jury, and executioner of other human beings in the name of religion, in the name of Allah, in the name of Prophet Muhammad? Who gave them the authority? They themselves? Because God hasn't, Allah hasn't, Prophet Muhammad hasn't. So the Muslim world and Muslims need to think about these things, reflect on these things within themselves, because obviously they cannot even question any of it, because then they would be getting rape threats or death threats, rape threats and death threats and beheading threats, because then their lives will be in danger and at risk. Personally, I can't even deal with this kind of madness. So, but I had to deliver the message, so I have delivered the message. But I'm gonna leave it there. Take care and over and out.